Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for your yoga practice today. So today's practice is going to be a really gentle full body practice. We're going to be either lying on our backs or on our bellies for the whole thing. So it could be really great as like a gentle yoga practice for the morning to help wake up your body, maybe even as a wind down before bed, or maybe even as like a little lunchtime reset during your work day. So we'll get started straight away, lying down on our backs. So you could come to lie down on your back, whatever way feels good to you. And we're going to start with a bend in our knees, letting our feet walk wide away from each other, and then just gently letting our knees knock together. Arms can be out to the side with the palms faced up to the ceiling. And you might like to close your eyes down here, or maybe a softness in the gaze feels better to you. Starting to arrive onto your mat today. Starting to become present. Relaxing the muscles of your face. Softening your brows. Relaxing the muscles of your jaw. Letting go of any gripping in the micro muscles of your face. Feeling your whole back body now, from the crown of your head to the base of your spine, settle into the floor beneath you. We'll take 3 releasing and cleansing deep breaths here. So inhale through your nose, feel your belly expanding. Exhale, sighing it out through the mouth. Releasing. Inhale, feeling your ribs, your belly fill up. And exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Letting go. Last one, inhale for the deepest breath of your day. Maybe take an extra sip of air at the top. And then surrender. Before we move, you might like to set an intention for this practice today. It might even be a word like surrender, presence, compassion, or something totally different. Just setting your intention here. And then when you're ready, we'll start to move. So you might like to bring your arms up slightly higher, out to a T. We'll walk those feet a little bit further away from each other towards opposite sides of your mat. And then on the inhale, just letting both knees fall off to the right. As you exhale, back to center, knees fall to the left for windshield wipers, gentle twists. So inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Pausing on the left side for 2 deep breaths. Feeling the stretch into your lower back, mid-back, all along your spine. And then letting both knees roll over to the right now. Pausing here, 2 breaths. Feeling the twist on the right side. Slowly bringing the knees back to point towards your ceiling. We'll gently just walk the feet together. Let the soles of your feet come to touch as your knees open wide. Reclined butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Arms can stay out to the side, maybe on your belly, or it might feel good to reach your arms up overhead and hold onto opposite elbows here, bringing the opening into your shoulders and even into your chest a little bit. 4 more deep belly breaths here, feeling the stretch in your inner thighs, hips, maybe even hamstring. Softening your face. Notice if maybe the face is holding on to any tightness. Seeing if you can let that go a little. Last breath. When you're ready, bringing your hands to the outsides of your thighs and just gently guiding your knees back towards each other. Now we'll extend our legs long on our mat, setting up for Banana Asana, a big side stretch. Reaching both arms up overhead now. We're going to hold onto our right wrist with our left hand. From here, walking both feet to the bottom left-hand corner of your mat. You could stay like this. This might feel really good to you. Or maybe you pick your head and chest up and start to wiggle them over to the top left-hand corner as well. Big side body stretch here now and really opening into our right shoulder, right armpit too. You could stay here, or option to maybe cross the right ankle above the left ankle, noticing if that feels good for you. We want to make sure that both hips stay earthed into the ground here in our Banana Asana. 3 deep breaths, really breathing into the right lung, right rib cage here. Last breath. If you have your ankles crossed, you can just uncross those, gently walking head and shoulders back to center, followed by the legs. Let's go other side. So now we're going to hold onto our left wrist with our right hand, walking both feet over to the bottom right hand corner. This might feel like plenty for your body, or maybe you pick your head and chest up and then wiggle them over to the top right hand corner as well. Staying here, or maybe you'd like to cross your left ankle over the right. Checking in with those hips, making sure that both glutes are earthed onto your mat. 3 breaths here. Side body stretch, left side. Breathing all the way into the belly. Last breath. Uncrossing your ankles if they were crossed, and then shimmying your head and chest back to the center, followed by your feet. Bringing arms down beside you. We're going to bend into our knees now, planting both feet into the mat, Feet are about hips width distance apart here. We're setting up for bridge. Arms down beside us with the palms face down. Pushing into your heels, squeezing your glutes as you start to send your hips towards the ceiling. Bridge pose. Chest reaches towards your chin and then knees reach towards the bottom of your mat. So your knees and your chest are reaching away from each other as you send your hips up to the sky. Holding here for another 3 deep belly breaths. Really squeezing your glutes. Feeling your glutes work here, even quads and hamstrings. And then slowly, when you're ready, just gently lowering your hips back towards your mat. From here, extending right leg up to the sky now for a hamstring stretch, interlacing your hands behind your right thigh, knowing that you can always have a deep bend in the right knee if you'd like. If it feels good, the option is always there for you to extend the left leg long, but only choosing that if it feels nice to you. Waking up our ankles. So inhale, point toes towards your face. Exhale away. Inhale, right toes down. Exhale away. Inhale towards you. Exhale away. This time, pointing toes towards your face. Holding here. 2 breaths, breathing into the back of our right leg. From here, if it's not there already, planting left foot into your mat, and then we'll cross our right ankle over our left knee for figure 4. You can stay here if you'd like, or maybe you pick your left foot up and then interlace your hands behind your left thigh, reclined pigeon. Making some ankle circles here with the right foot. And if the left foot is up off the mat, you might like to make some ankle circles with the left foot too. Changing directions of our circles. This feels a little funky to me actually doing it like this and trying to change the direction of the circles. Just one more breath here. And then when you're ready, we'll lower our left foot back to the mat, bringing right knee into the chest this time, interlacing fingers around right knee, pausing for a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. From there, extending our left leg long on the mat, right arm comes out to a T, right palm faces down, using left hand to guide right knee across the body for a reclined twist. Main thing is here that our right shoulder is still plugged into the mat. Your gaze can be up at the ceiling, or you might look over that right shoulder if it feels good for your neck. Reclined twist with a little hip stretch into the right side as well. 2 more breaths here. And then we'll slowly roll back towards center. From here, we'll do that whole sequence on the other side. So right foot plants into the mat now, reaching left leg up towards the ceiling, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. Option to have a bend in the left knee, and option to have the right leg resting on the mat if that feels beneficial to you. On the inhale, flexing left toes down towards your face. Exhale away. Inhale down. Exhale away. Inhale, pointing towards you. Exhale, point away. Inhale, pointing toes towards you. Holding here for 2 breaths. Really opening up into the back of our left leg now. If it's not there already, planting right foot into your mat, and then crossing your left leg over your right knee for pigeon on our back. Option to stay here, or option if it feels good to pick the right foot up off the mat and interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Taking the ankle rotations with our left ankle. And if the right foot is up off the mat, you might bring the right foot into this as well. This is really mind-boggling for my brain for some reason, to keep the feet rolling in the same direction. And then we'll change the direction of our circles. Last breath. And then once you're ready, planting right foot back into the mat if it's not there already. Bringing left knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers around your left knee. Pausing for a breath here. And then when you're ready, extending your right leg long on your mat, setting up for twist. Left arm comes out to a T, left palm faces down. Using your right hand to guide the left knee across the body over to the right side. Gaze can remain at the ceiling, or if it feels good for your neck, you might want to bring cervical spine into the twist by gazing over your left fingertips. Remembering that we must make sure that our left shoulder stays planted into the ground. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Once you're ready, gently rolling back to center. And now we'll bring both knees into our chest for reclined child's pose, giving yourselves a little hug here. Maybe you'd like to rock gently side to side, massaging your low back into the mat. From here, bringing both hands to your knees and then guiding your knees and your feet away from each other for a reclined yogi squat. 2 breaths here. You might stay like this, or if you'd like, bringing the soles of your feet to face your ceiling for happy baby. Hands can hold on to the thighs, the ankles, or maybe the outsides of the feet, whichever feels best for you. We'll be here in happy baby for 4 breaths, thinking of reaching our knees towards our armpits and thinking of wrapping our thighs around our torso. Last breath. And then when you're ready, slowly rebending into your knees, guiding your knees back together. And now in whatever way works for you, we're going to come to lie on our bellies. So you might like to extend your legs long and then just kind of flip yourself over like a pancake. Or you might want to just sit up and then make your way down onto your belly. Whatever works for you. We'll all meet on our belly. And we're going to stack one hand on top of the other and then resting our forehead down here. I'm just going to stay a little bit elevated so I can talk and not squish my microphone, but you can rest your forehead on your hands. From here, letting your left knee come out to the side. So left knee is in line with left thigh with about a 90-degree angle in your knee here. Half frog. Pausing here for 3 deep breaths. The last breath. And then when you're ready, extending that left leg long behind you, bending into your left knee, thinking of sending the left heel towards the left glute. And then maybe you reach back with your left hand and just guide that left foot a little bit closer. Quad stretch, left side. Noticing what it feels like here to really tuck your tailbone under. So thinking of sending your tailbone towards your knees. Notice how that intensifies the stretch in the left quad a little bit. Last breath. And then when you're ready, you'll just extend your left leg long and then opening the right knee out to the side. So half frog on the right side. And know that your forehead can be rested on your hands. I'm just elevated so I can talk here. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Breathing into the right hip. And then when you're ready, extending your right leg long, quad stretch. So bringing the right heel towards your right glute, reaching right hand around, seeing if you can guide your right heel a little bit closer. From here, noticing what it feels like to really tuck your tailbone under. Tailbone reaches towards your knees, towards the back of your mat. Just one more breath here. And then we'll extend our right leg long. So feet or hips width distance apart now, or maybe a little bit wider. Your toes are untucked, coming to Sphinx. So for this, bringing elbows underneath your shoulders here. Hands can be flat on the mat, or maybe you interlace your fingers. Now, if having the elbows underneath the shoulders feels like a lot for the low back, so normal, and in that case you can just walk your elbows slightly further forward to decrease intensity. Gaze is forward as we really roll the shoulders down the back here. Pausing. 4 deep breaths in our Sphinx, opening into our belly, chest. For the next 4 breaths, you might like to drop your chin to your chest and just start to gently roll your head side to side, noticing if this feels good for your neck, for your for the shoulders. Last 2 breaths here. It might even feel good to just let your head hang a little. That feels quite nice for me. And then when you're ready, lifting your head up, letting your elbows open wide to the side, resting your forehead on your hands for a little bit, and then just rolling hips side to side, releasing low back. From here, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under, pushing up to tabletop, wide-legged child's pose. So your big toes come to touch, your knees go nice and wide, sink your hips towards your heels, walk your arms long, resting your head on the mat. Finishing here in our wide-legged child's pose now, taking 4 deep conscious breaths. Before we finish, taking a moment to really thank your body for all of the hard work that it does for us without ever being asked to do it. Sending your body so much love and so much gratitude for this. And then when you're ready, you can slowly rise up your child's pose. So thank you so much for practicing with me. I really hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, I would really appreciate any comments, any likes, or even if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, that is so appreciated. And yeah, sending you so much love and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!